When people start with Ensemble Edge Cloud, one of the first questions they ask is, how do I size the server I want to run on? Hi, I'm Brian with the Ensemble Edge Cloud team, and if that question is on your mind, then this video is for you. The software that goes on the server is called Ensemble Connector, and it's not locked into a particular vendor or model. This table shows the key requirements for a server to be generally compatible with Connector. Now, to make installation easiest for our eval customers, we do provide in the Quick Start Guide a list of servers that the image automatically recognizes during installation. And we recommend that you start with a server from that list for your eval. However, as you pick your production server, if it's different from one on the list, you'll find it easy to tune the installation to your server. But here's the point to remember. Because Connector can run on so many different servers, you don't need to make your final server selection now to begin trying Ensemble, because the operation and deployment is the same regardless of the server. In fact, a lot of our customers change the servers they use over time due to changes in server pricing or availability or the services they offer. So with that said, let's look at an example of planning your server for evaluation. Let's assume we are considering an 8-core, 32 gig memory, 256 disk server. The blue bars show the footprint that Connector needs in terms of cores, memory, and disk. The server maximums are shown by the red lines at the top. So how much do the VNFs need? In production, your answer may vary depending on the performance you need from the VNFs. But to get an eval started, a good rule of thumb is to provide 2 cores, 8 gig of memory, and 20 gig of disk per VNF. So let's say our eval needs to support 2 VNFs. Well, then our consumption looks like this graph. In the yellow shaded portions, you can see we've now added 4 cores, 16 gig of memory, and 40 gig of disk for those 2 VNFs. And you can see by the green portions that we still have some headroom if we need to adjust. Here are some things to keep in mind when you size a server for production. First, consider the processor family your server uses. Atom-based processors have low power dissipation, low cost, and pretty good performance. Xeon-based servers are more expensive, a little bit higher power, but they offer higher computing power per core. Also, plan how many cores your VNFs will need. Look at the VNF datasheet. Most will show that performance on things like max throughput, number of VPNs, number of flows, or flow rate all go up with the number of cores you provide. But remember, on the VNF's datasheet, it's usually based on a high-performance processor. So at the end of the day, what really matters is what you measure on your candidate server. One final tip. When you size the memory and disk, leave room for growth. That way, if a VNF needs to scale up or you select a new VNF, you have some margin. Hopefully this gives you some helpful info on sizing and selecting a server, both for your evaluation of Ensemble and for production. Just remember, you don't have to finalize your server selection now to begin trying the Ensemble solution. See if you can pick one from the list we provided you in the Quick Start and get started. We have more information in our customer documentation. Also, check out our video on installing Ensemble Connector because that will also give you some additional tips. Thanks for watching.